All right, welcome to the next episode. Not sure how long that little montage is. I do know it took me over 6 hours to make. It may not seem like much, but that was actually a lot of work. It's pretty simple in the setup and everything, but it was not easy getting all the materials, planning everything out, which happened to kind of work out, and all that. But we needed a little bit more power because now that we have Mark II miners, we're about to be upping everything we do, almost doubling. So we had to over double our power, which we are now doing. We're not going to be using all. So there's 32 coal generators here in general, or not in general, in total. In general, yes, they are coal generators, but I'm not using the first two on all of them, so they're all going to back up a little bit, and that's because they're technically divided into sections of 8. So each 8 of these coal generators right here is supplied by 4 water extractors, which are all below. They're kind of grouped together in 4s. I guess I can go show you a little bit later on. I'll explain things from up here first. But there's little groups of 4 down there for water extractors, and then each row here is pretty much a group. So 4 extractors will, at 75% each, will power. It also has a 75% extraction rate, and that will exactly power 8 coal generators. You can do it a little bit differently with underclocking, overclocking, all that stuff. But I'm choosing it to do this way because it saves you actually a little bit on overall power usage. So 4 water extractors are powering this row, 4 this row. So there's 8 in total. There's 4 right here, then there's 4 over there, and then 4 here, then 4 over there. Again, 4 powering one row, 4 powering another row here. And instead of spamming all those water pumps everywhere to have water have more lift, I put a water tower in over here. And that essentially is, this water tower is now higher than any kind of water we're putting in here. So if you didn't know, if you elevate water to a certain point, you'll never need to elevate it again past that point, as long as all the pipes are connected. And all these pipes are connected. Underneath I have them all connected, so that it's all technically one big pipeline, but everyone still gets the water that they need. So yeah, the water tower trick. And then so the reason I'm not powering the first 2 is because these need 300, a little less than 300 meters cubed or whatever per second or whatever it is, or per minute. I forgot what it is. But essentially is to power all 32, I need 360. I need to have access to 360 meters cubed per minute, I think. And these only hold 300. So we have to unlock the pipe, the tier 2 pipes, the Mark II pipes, which we don't have access to yet, and we won't have access to them for a little bit. So as of now, we aren't going to get the full power, but we're set up for Mark II just exactly. It made sense to set it up that way, and then just, attach, what is it, 16 extra belts. That just made sense to me. That's what we'll do. But yeah, that's our new power setup. Let's see. We got our power pole right here. And then, yeah, so now, oh yes, I love the even line. Now I have a capacity of 1800, and each thing puts out 75 megawatts. So if we do 75, what is it, times 16? Or not, yeah, so it's times 16. We have 16 extra ones to do. We have an extra 1200 megawatts just waiting, but we can't use the 1200 until we get to the Mark II pipes. And then once we do get the Mark II pipes, we'll upgrade it, and then I don't think we'll need to rely on coal much longer, if at all, after that. So this setup should, in theory, I'm thinking, hopefully, maybe, kind of, sort of, not totally sure, last us until our next source of power. But this should be good for now, I would think. I would hope. I also forgot to mention, it was kind of shown in the montage, so, but in case you didn't catch it, the reason we're able to supply all of these reactors with the same amount of nodes, aside from the one that we blew up and got access to, we only have 4 nodes, which normally they're all normal nodes, but so they only give 60 usually, but we have the Mark II miners on there. And the reason we were able to make the Mark II miners without having a setup for encased steel beams is because while I was going out looking for hard drives, also in the montage, if you're paying attention, there was just a whole bunch of encased beams or whatever just laying around. So we have more than enough. I still have a lot left over. I still have 150 left over. But yeah, so that's the reason we're able to make all those miners, is because we just had found someone and didn't make it set up just yet. I also noticed my tractor stopped unloading. It seems like it merged a pause node or something. I'm not totally sure, but I think I have to redo this entire path. God, tractors are better than I remember them, but still not ideal. So while we're over here, I should have had the nodes, damn it. But as you can see, we got some stuff coming in from our tractor. And as of right now, I'm just automatically getting rid of it all. I should probably stop that now. because we had a lot of silica, so I wanted to sync it up while we didn't need it, but I'll let it build back up now. Essentially what it does is it takes, that's our tractor stop. I'll come and put things here. And notice from last time I got rid of all the walls and everything. That's because I just realized that we need to make more progress, and I'm really, really bad. Like, you should never put up walls and stuff before you have all your machines and stuff down, which is mistake number one. Mistake number two is I'm a horrible builder. And mistake number three is we still didn't have all the building materials that I would like in order to make the kind of base that I would really like. So we're going to hold off on actually building a base now, but we will be more or less bringing everything up here at this point. All of this can be scrapped at this point, and that's just because we no longer need screws. So when I was going for hard drives and stuff, we got the stitch plates, so we don't need screws to make them anymore, and then the rotors also got another recipe for those. We also no longer need screws, so pretty much the majority of this setup can just be gone. We'll upgrade all the miners to Mark II miners, and just things like that. Where it makes sense, we will go ahead and make our plates and the rotors and things like that. But other than that, everything else will be more or less pumped up here. If it doesn't make sense to do it anywhere else along the way, we will pump it all up here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see, do I have anything? Okay, biofuel. Come on, buddy, I need more audio. But yeah, this will be our new base area. We could do it down there. It doesn't really matter at this point just because the plans have changed so much. But we'll leave it here for now. The truck stops come here and everything, so it doesn't really matter. And then out of the truck stop here, I merged them together into one belt, so it's easier for us to sort. And I could do it different ways. You know, I could just repeat this process up here and then do the same thing, which I may yet do. I'm not totally sure, but we have smart splitters here, so splitting out silica and quartz and things like that, so things go where they're supposed to go. And yeah, that's pretty much everything I've done to episodes, and montaged. It may not seem like a lot, but that was a lot of work. I think next on the list is going around and upgrading and just really scrapping all this, honestly. And I think first things first here, I want to replace this setup just because it's easiest to replace it. I think the rotors will just be out of commission for a little bit because, like I said, if we come up here and open up our rotor, good spell, we have alternate recipes for this. I don't want the screw one. That's just, I don't know why I ever got it in the first place. I think that's before I got the idea of how to get rid of screws. But we'll go for this one. It does say it has the least per minute, but we'll be able to, that's per assembler is 5 per minute. And we can absolutely make more than 30 wire and 10 pipes per minute. So we will absolutely have multiple of those down and things like that. I also got rid of a lot of steel plating and also transitioned some recipes to use steel pipes instead. So we're homogenizing everything we need and we'll make a lot more of it with recipes and things like that. So I think it's just the smart thing to do here. So rotors, that's how I'll make rotors here is with wire and pipes. So again, no more screws needed. So we don't even need iron from here anymore, actually. We could have all this iron just make reinforced plating if we wanted to. So reinforced iron plates we could do, and that again just takes copper and iron plates. Makes a little bit more than what this makes, but we don't need screws. So that's nice. We could really funnel everything in making iron plates from here, but not totally sure how I want to do that yet. We may just use upgrade one belts and then use it all for the iron plates and just scrap this and then use the iron for something else. That's probably what I'll do, honestly. Alright, I have torn everything down and now we have just an iron plate set up. It will, once I actually set it to smelt stuff, take full advantage of the 120 a minute. So each one of these has 30. So we do 30, 60, another 60, it's 120. And then each of these actually takes in 30. So each smelter gets its own constructor. And then we are producing, what's that, 20 times 4, it's 80 plates per minute now. Which is much better than what we were doing before, which I think was just 20. So now we have all these plates being made, and now we just need to combine these plates with, what I need to combine it with? Question mark. Let's see. 20 copper spools. So if we're making 80 and each one takes 10, we could realistically... What if each one takes 10? Question mark. If we do one here. Yeah, we're doing... Wait. Each one does 10. No, each one does 20. So we need times 2. It's 8. So we can do 8 constructors actually worth of... Or assemblers, sorry. Worth of... reinforced stuff. We'll get the copper for it, no worries there. Okay, so... Ooh, I kind of want to overclock a little bit. That 18.75 is really irking me the wrong way. But so it takes 18.75 per minute. Am I reading this right? I don't like that number. We don't need this many constructors, actually. That number is not my friend. So if we make it 18.75, we have to do like 95%. That's too much. 98%. That was a little. 97. 96. So solid 96% will get us 18 per minutes. Which I do like that a little bit more. So if we copy settings there. Boom, boom. What's divisible by 80 actually? If we do something that's divisible by 80. 80 divided by 8, not 17, 18, 4.444. Okay, so it would seem, what's a good one for 8? I'm almost thinking we overclock these a little bit to 20. I think I want to do 20. Let's overclock these. Let's actually not do that. Go for the full hundo. And then we'll just need 4 of these. Yeah, I think I like that a little bit better. We'll do 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll get rid of these. And then we'll overclock them so they use 20, just a little bit. It's probably a little wasteful of our... It's absolutely a little wasteful. Okay, so I'm reconsidering what we were doing. We do have quite a few power slugs, though, just kind of chilling. Because, you know, all that exploring gets you some stuff. So I'll go and create some power shards. And we'll see how much we can get. Or I'll see what I'll do. I was going through our hard drives, and this iron wire actually seems really good right now. Just because I'm not going to have to take in spool iron or, you know, copper from other places. We have that other untouched iron node. This could be worth it. This could be a move. All right, so I was doing a little bit of math, and it looks like 18.75 times 4. So if we have 4 constructors here, that's actually 75, which is 5 less than what we're producing. So we can actually overclock 1 to use 5 more. So instead of the 18.75, I think we could do... What would that be? 18.75 times 4. But we need exactly 5 more out of this. So we need 23.75. That's a little much. Oh, now we gotta like walk it in a little bit. Nope, that's... Okay, 24? No, wait. 5. Let me do this real quick. And there we go. So if we overclock this singular one to 126.665%, it will actually then end up having us use every last piece. So there we go. And then we just mark 1 the rest of this. Doesn't matter. Because we just need to get to that point. Great mode. There we go. Now our iron plates are being 100% used. And which just actually now leaves us with the iron or the wire spools. So in total, we need to produce 47.499. Let's do this. 47.499 plus 37.5. So okay, let's do 37.5 times 3 equals 112.5 plus 47.499. So plus, oh god damn it. All right, I have the math now correct. So we need about 100, pretty much 160. I'm just gonna round that up. 160 wires. So to produce 160 wires per minute, we're going to need to get a constructor here. And this produces 22.5. So if we do get this in parentheses here. Oh, okay. And then if we divide that by 22.5, that means we need about 7.1 constructors. So if we need 7.1 constructors, so 7.1 times 12 and a half. So 7.1 times 12.5. That means we need to provide it with 88.75 iron ingots per minute, which is very easy. We have 120. We'll have 40 left over. We can decide we want to do that later. That's not enough to really split off a belt. I don't know. We'll see. But for now, we need 7 constructors. That's all I do know for sure. Well, 7.1. Hopefully I did that math right. So if we need 7. Oh, wait. I need 7.1? Oh, we did. Okay. So I'll add another one here then. So now we have 7, and then I overclocked this by 10%, which I'm hoping just correlates directly into, you know, being 7.1. I would think it would, but we'll see. All right, I think I got everything right. Everything's not 100% efficient yet because we're using the manifold. So this stuff is backing up the way it should, right up to 100 here. And then we'll get to 60, and then 60, and then 100. So over time, it seems inefficient right now, but hopefully I'm thinking it should work just fine. And then also same deal with these things. Since this one's overclocked, it will take the longest time to fill up. And then once it does fill up all the way, as it slowly will, and the overflow will, you know, cascade down the line. But yeah, since we're using manifold and not the load balancers, this will take a little bit to even out. And I just don't feel like load balancing it. And I'm definitely not about to load balance 37.5 per minute, because that's not divisible by 3. And that's just too much work. But now we're producing a good amount of reinforced plates. So I made one of these. We've already made 27. And I started recording as soon as I finish this up. So let's see. In total, once this thing gets 100% efficient, I'll go ahead and double check my math. Or you guys can if you want. Should be 7.125. So we do 7.125 plus 5.625 times 3, right? Yeah, I'm thinking so. This one, it seems really slow right now, but once the manifold catches back up, it'll go up to where it's supposed to be. Plus 5.625 times 3. So we should be making 24 per minute as opposed to what we were doing before. we go ahead and do the normal. We were doing 5 per minute, not even, because we don't even have the 30 per minute plates. So we're doing like what, 4 per minute maybe. So definitely a big upgrade, an extra 20. Why are you guys stuck? I don't know why it does this sometimes. I don't know if it's like a bug or what's going on. But sometimes you have to like redo it because it doesn't. Yeah, see, it's doing. Why are you the way you are? I know it's a thing recently with update, I think, and they're trying. I'm pretty sure they're. Why did I do? Well, 2 seems to not work. Oh no, it does. Okay. I'll just put. It doesn't matter. We have reinforced plates. So yeah, we'll let that clear out and do its thing. But yeah, I am so fucking mad right now. For whatever reason, OBS, I didn't check. I just have to check every clip now. OBS just stopped recording my microphone, so it was a lot of talking because a lot of things need to be explained. But essentially, not too much was missed. Nothing crazy happened. However, what did happen is we upgraded our miners here. This is our steel area, by the way. I'll explain this. It looks a little crazy. I promise it's not. Okay. I was going through numbers. I did a whole lot of number crunching, and that was pretty much me talking my way through that. Upgrade all the miners here to Mark II, like we have been doing. I don't know. I don't remember what clips what. It's 2 in the morning. I'm fucking confused at this point, and now I'm upset. So, yeah, upgrade all the miners to Mark II. We've been able to do that because of the steel casings that we collected. And essentially what we're doing here is a nice little setup. So I'll explain it here. I'm going to move these eventually. I just wanted to get numbers and everything. I wanted to see it for myself. So we have 3 things here producing stators with steel pipes and 8 wire. And then again, we're using the iron to produce our wire with the alternate recipe. I think I showed that. Again, I'm confused at this point. So we got the 3 stators things here. So 2 of them will be used to, let me see. I need to actually go through and re-explain shit now. This is fantastic. So 2 of those is going to be used to go create our motors. They need 10 per minute. So 2 of these will be used for that, and then 1 will be used for personal things or other things we may need. And then same things with rotors. We're making 3 sets of these, so we're making 15 in total because this needs 10 in total. So 15 will be going towards, or not 10, or whatever. I'm losing my mind. 10 in a minute will be going towards that, and then 5 minutes will be going towards my own personal use. Right now, we're making 4 per minute for my own personal use. We're not using them with anything else, and that's more than enough. I have not used 5% of what we made, so 5 will do just fine for now, and probably for a long time. We're going to get rid of that. And then, so we got 3 here that takes care of 6 of them. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we have 2 left over down here. And these 2 are for encased industrial beams. They have to be underclocked. Just because we can only produce 15 concrete per minute. Or 60, or, oh, Jesus Christ, I gotta go to bed. 30 concrete per minute because this node over here, we have a concrete node here, and it's also kind of like they put all these nodes together to use alternate recipes and things. If you chose to go down that path, because everything's conveniently located to get just enough to be able to do this all. But yeah, this is an impure node, unfortunately. So I have to overclock this all the way so we get 90 per minute. So it's using 150% of the clock speed. And then that 90 translates into 30 because each thing takes 45 per minute and outputs 15. So 90 divided by 2 here is, 45, and then 15. Put them together, you get 30. And that's how we underclocked these to 30. So in the end, we're actually only getting 6 encased industrial beam per minute. But I mean, for right now, without, belting stuff over, trucking stuff over, it's the best we can do. So it is what we will do. And then all of these recipes, some might be using alternate recipes and stuff like that, like the rotors are, for example. We'll use everything here is going to be using steel pipes. So that'll be nice. And then I think, what do we need for steel pipes? I already forgot. Their total amount of steel pipes is, let's see here. So if we do, what was this again? I already forgot. So it's 10 times 3 plus 36 for the encasings. I just remember what they were. And then 15 times 3 plus 15 times 3 equals 111 steel pipes per minute we need to produce to fulfill all this. And so we have our concrete fulfilled, we have our wires fulfilled. It's just the pipes that we need 111 of, and so we need 20 per minute of that. So if we just go ahead and put that in parentheses, and then we don't cut the record with my hotkey. Shit, what was it? 20. So yeah, so we need divided by 20 goes into 5.55 of these bad boys. And then if you again put that in parentheses again and then multiply it by, what was it, 30 means you need 166 and a half steel per minute. And since it's a 1-to-1 ratio, you need 166 and a half iron and 166 and a half coal. So iron, no problem. These are both normal nodes. We have 240, so we have more than enough iron left over. And the leftover iron I'm going to use for our own personal steel beams and pipes. We use them every here and there, not too much. Beams more so than pipes. So we'll use that leftover stuff for that. However, we're only producing... Wait, this is a pure node, isn't it? So if this coal node's a pure node, we'll have 240 left over, which will be... Why are you here? Go bother someone else. Yeah, we have 240, so we have more than enough iron and coal left over to make our own personal levels of shit. We have steel pipes and beams to do what we want, to do whatever we want with. And yeah, that's I lost a lot of recording, so in this episode I'll probably just finish all this up and then call it a day. But right now I'm going to bed, so my next cut, it'll be a new day. All right, actually I did change my mind. I checked the recording time. I'm dazed and confused, like I said. Now it seems like a good time to like just kind of end the episode here. But before we do that, I kind of want to explain this because I realized I forgot to explain it. So in total, we need a like 210, I think, wire in total per minute, and we're using the alternate iron recipe to make that, like I explained before. And it's pretty much exactly what you think it is. This is, I just stacked them on top of each other. Each thing here is going full throttle to make ourselves the 210 that we need, except for we have 10 of these, which if you do math, it would equate to 220, which means you have like 10 left over. So I underclocked or something like that because it produced a little bit more than 22 and a half. So what we're doing here is we're underclocking this to 7.5, so it's going at a third, and that will get us the exact amount that we need pretty much for all these to run at full efficiency. And then yeah, but to do this we actually needed to overclock our, since these are impure nodes, I had to overclock this by 7%. I didn't want to, but again, it's kind of what we're left over with. I could use some of the iron that's left over from there and input it into here, but then things get messy. I want to keep them separate. One's for steel and one is for wire. So yeah. And that one's not overclocked at all. It's just, it's chilling. Green, how you doing? But yeah, so we have all our wire. It pretty much comes in here. All the iron that gets smelted. Oh, I'm not even, never mind. Look at this. I'm so tired. Look at this. I'm not even smelling this. What am I doing? Oh, that way. There you go. There you go. All right, now it's all being used. Look at that. Live on camera. Okay. Now all of our iron's being used, and now it'll run at full efficiency. Oh, man. I gotta go to bed.